All right, so I'm on the 805 South. I'm heading towards Mexico right now, TJ, and I got some business down there. We have some. Actually, my mom owns a house down there, and we've been having some issues with the tenants. And by issues, I mean just difficult, problematic. I mean, this is going on for about 10 months now. And these people are killing me. They don't want to move out. They haven't paid rent. It is frustrating. That's how frustrating it is. Anyway, I wanted to at least show you a video how I get down there. You can actually see Mexico in the background. I don't know if you can make out through the haze the Mexican flag and that arch. I know the video gets kind of wobbly. Looks really weird. My telephone has the LG G3, and it has some type of laser. It's supposed to do some type of video stabilization, but it doesn't do well when there's a piece of glass, I guess, affecting the laser. But anyway, here we go. We're on the, now we just merged to the 5 South, and this is the border right here. We're gonna cross through, and then we'll be in Mexico. So what we're attempting to do today is the guy that's living in the house right now. He says about 2 weeks ago, me and the new buyer made an agreement with him that he would need to leave by the end of the month, which is today, August 31st, 2014. And so he agreed, he shook our hands and everything. And then about a few days ago, I came down just to make sure he was going to be out. And this guy was real wishy-washy, man. He was like, maybe we'll be out, maybe I won't. I need to do more work getting out of the house. And I mean, the house isn't that big. It's a 1 bedroom. It's really tiny. It has a front. The front yard's pretty big, but we told him, hey, just leave all your garbage in the front yard, take everything out of the house. The buyer will give him $500 to leave, which is a good amount. I mean, rent in Mexico is really low. We only charge this guy $100 a month, and for the house and the plot of land, that's actually pretty cheap. It'd be more like $200-300, but again, it's not that expensive. So yeah, so the buyer giving him $500 to leave, that's 5 months worth of rent. So it's a good incentive for him to leave today. And we told him if he doesn't leave today, he doesn't get nothing. We're gonna put this $500 to a lawyer in Mexico to kick him out. So either way, he's gonna be out today or whenever we get the lawyer. But if he leaves today, he gets $500. If he doesn't leave today, he's gonna get kicked out with no money. So hopefully that's an incentive enough. Okay, so here we are. Mexico. This is a new way of entering Mexico. This is maybe like a year old now. They did this little turn into this new entry. It's different entering Mexico than it is leaving to the U.S. Hopefully I can record that and you'll see the difference. Here in entering Mexico, all they really look for is if you have like a really large van like this guy right here. And since it is Sunday, there's a lot of people that cross from Mexico to the U.S. to buy stuff like at garage sales or swap meets, and then they cross. Yeah, it's all that traffic for no reason. Anyway, they'll cross, and so the Mexican governments, the federales, what they want to do is they tax them on all the products they bring in. Which is weird. So that's really the only thing they're really looking for right here. I've actually only been to secondary twice. Once when I was driving my aunt's large Suburban, and another time I was passenger, and it's just a small little car. I didn't see a green on there, but hopefully it was green. So if you do have to go to secondary, you just kind of pull into one of these little stalls and they'll search your car. No warrant needed. Oh man, the guy, when I was in the little car, I forget what it was, that guy was mad. He's like, look, they're just looking through my car. They got no warrant. They got no probable cause. They're just digging through. I thought that was funny. It's kind of hectic here too. Driving is real different in Mexico. It's more of a free-for-all. All right, that's it. We crossed over into Mexico. See, no big deal. It was really quick. You'll see on the way back. It's going to be a little tougher. I have the Sentry Pass. Essentially, it's basically a fast pass to cross. I've been coming here for years. It's something that I definitely needed. The only issue with that is if someone in the car doesn't have it, then you can't use the fast pass. You have to go through it's called all traffic, just general traffic. Which is tough because usually when I come down here, it's with a bunch of people that don't have it. I very rarely go by myself like today. So if this guy is leaving, then I will make a phone call to my mom, actually to my wife, and then she'll pick my mom up and come down here and we'll do the deal. My mom's a little elderly. She doesn't need to be out here doing all this stuff. She gets tired really easy and things like that, so I'm doing that for her. I've been doing it, man. It's just, like I said, over 10 months in the making for this deal. And it's very possible that it might not go through today. Mexico's a beautiful country. There's a lot of poverty here, but it's still beautiful. You can see that there's a lot of, hopefully you'll be able to see that there's a nice little mural on the overpass, and here's some more. And then you'll see there's a lot of people outside. There's always people walking around doing things, selling. These guys are here hilarious. They're trying to wave me in. You can see they want to tint my window. I don't know anybody that has tinted windows right here. They would let them do it. Last time I found out someone did tinted windows, the window started bubbling up. We got little air bubbles in it. Looked terrible. Anyway, you can see a lot of these signs. Some of them are in English because there's a lot of traffic that comes from the U.S. The traffic's actually gone down because of what people hear in the news, U.S. news, that there's a lot of bad things going on, cartels killing people, abductions, shooting in the streets. It makes it sound like it's the wild, wild west out here, but I mean, I've been come down all my life, and I really haven't seen any of that. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm sure it does, but I've just never really seen it or really heard from it from the people down here. The street's called Revolucion. It used to be the big spot for clubbing. I remember back in my college days, back from 2000 to 2004, people would come down here. College kids would come down and just party because the drinking age is a lot lower down here. Technically, I think it's 18, but I mean, when I was a little kid, I bought beer when I was 12 for my mom. You know, my mom pointed at a store, said, "Hey, go give me a 6-pack of Tecate." And I looked at her and I was like, "What? I can't do that. I'm 12 years old." She goes, "Nah, they don't care. Just say it's for me." All right. I went down. I was a little nervous. Handed the money. They just, okay, and I took it, and then it was gone. True story. Okay, something you can't see, something you can't sense is the smell. It does smell kind of weird right now. There's a trash can and a little gutter right here. It does smell kind of bad. Oh, here you go. You see this right here? They got sideways crossing. We don't have that. Like in San Diego, we don't have that. You can't just cross diagonal. But here, all the lights are red for all the cars, and the people can cross diagonal. Now it's green, and here we go. Remember when I first saw that, I was amazed. That was years ago. A lot of buses and a lot of taxis. The buses and taxis are the king of the road. They will cut you off with like half an inch of room in front of you. They don't care. Okay, it's 9:30 a.m. right now, and you can see that the streets are full of people moving around, walking around. As it gets later in the day, you'll see more people out here. Right now, I'm heading over to the house, my mom's house, that she's had since 1950, I think. She said she bought it for like $300 back then, which was a good amount back then. I think it was $500. Okay, now I smell something really good. I smell tacos. I smell street food, which is excellent. Hopefully I can get some of those tacos later on today. I'm hearing some music. I'm not sure if it's live. It might just be a radio. One thing I've noticed here in Mexico is that every building just seems different than the one next to it. There's just different types of signs. Some are smaller, some are bigger than others. Everything's trying to grab your attention with all the advertising. It's hard to make sense of it at times. Coming up to a really large church. Mom says she remembers when they built it back in the 50s. It doesn't look 50, it looks older than that. You'll see here on the right. You can't see, but on the left is a nice park right in the middle of the city. Anyway, there's a church. There's a Roma pharmacy. Those are pretty common down here. Probably like a CVS, like a Walgreens equivalent. And then we have Oxxos. It's OXXO. You see this one right here? We just passed one right now, like no more than 20 feet on our left. You might not have seen it. But these guys are in the same street, about 20 feet away from each other. It's kind of like 7-Eleven or Circle K for us in the U.S. Okay, this is nice. Okay, I think it was on Thursday, a few days ago. This wasn't like this. Actually, you know what? Yes, it was. We took a different route. We've been doing a lot of construction lately. They've redone this whole street. Well, at least the street behind me. Same street, but up. Wow. All right. Got a little Hyundai Elantra. It's not made for off-roading. I should go slower. Anyway, they've done a lot of the street. Looks like they still got to get to this part. All right. That was an adventure. So this street's a two-way street, right? Up until we cross this street, and you can't really tell, but if you go straight, you'd actually be breaking the law. It's one way after this street, which is weird. There's no signs. You just kind of have to know. Oh, and on the right is a place where I like to go eat tacos. I think it's called the Tacos Guanajuato. They haven't set up yet. It's still kind of early. It's still 9:30. I don't think they got They don't get set up until at least 11. Definitely want to get some tacos over there. Okay, I believe this area of Mexico is called Zona Norte. I think it's just what the city's called. Zona Norte, just north zone. Apparently, years ago it was a rough neighborhood, but I've heard it's changed since. Less people out here. Not as busy as those other streets. Also, another thing out here, I think anybody could just open up a store or just be a street vendor, because on every corner there's just regular just mom and pop shops. I'm not sure how the regulation is around here. You need some type of business license or whatever. Really don't know. Okay, my appointment with the buyer is at 10 o'clock. It's 9:38 right now. Hopefully they're here early. Hopefully this guy leaves, because I've just been losing sleep over this deal. Okay, there's a van right there, right in front of the house. Sorry, I don't know if it's still recorded, but I got a message on my phone saying it's high temperature. So maybe the recording is causing issues with the temperature of my phone. Anyway, here we are. Hopefully things go well and we can get this deal done today. If not, then I just took a trip to Mexico just for fun. This is the house lot that we're selling. We just made a part of the deal. All they got to do now is just move out inside the house, and then we're out. As you can see, they still got a lot to go. It's also going to be done by 10 a.m. It is now 1 p.m. It's still gone. Anyway, those are the houses here.
It's a pretty cheap deal for a house.
Check that out.